Hello and welcome to the Themes for Water presentation at the 12D Model Tech Forum. Many of you have been waiting for a little bit more detail about themes, the content of the themes, and how to set themes up within your own custom workflows, and that's what we're going to be running through today. So the agenda for the day, first off, is the water theme itself. Loading the themes, workspaces and images and how they're incorporated into the themes, and finally incorporating your own custom files into the shipped 12D Model themes. I'm Dylan Revel, I'm the 12D Regional Manager for 12D New Zealand. This is going to be a follow-on presentation to the main room presentation I did about themes and the background of themes and why they were created and how, but I am going to share or duplicate a couple of the slides that I had in that previous presentation. First off is why themes? Well, efficiencies in design and modeling is about workflow and processes. If you can improve the workflow and the processes, you can save time. So when we were looking at this, we asked ourselves a couple of questions. Could we split 12D model into different disciplines and specific workflows to make navigation and workflows easier for our users? And if we did, these disciplines needed to be switched on the fly, because many of you might have multiple design hats on. Let's say you'll be doing a water design and then you'll need to switch over and do some road design. So we needed to make that switching very seamless inside the 12D model session. And also we had to cater for all of those hardcore users who want to see absolutely every single feature or function inside 12D all the time rather than go to specific workflows. So the themes, 12D model is going to ship with 9 pre-installed themes. These are classic and standard, design, survey, water, 12D field, CAD, BIM and tin. But today we're obviously going to be concentrating on the water theme. Now a little bit of background about why for the water theme. This theme is for all 3 waters designed inside 12D model. And we're pretty confident that the theme order will result in easier location of water options and again those efficiencies and workflows. And very important, it will provide easier navigation for new users to 12D model to be able to find all of those functions. So if we look at a simplified water workflow, first up you'd set up your control files and your defaults for your water model. Then you create those water models. You'd edit the water models, then you'd have specific order, specialty 3 waters tools and specialty functions for those 3 waters, and then you'd probably want to report and then finally plot or output your water model. So the water theme menu, that's been created to follow this particular workflow. And you'll see those 7 items that I mentioned in the previous simplified workflow, they work from left to right on the water theme. And also the sub-menus have been rearranged to follow the sub-workflows of those main items like creating and editing the tools and so forth. A little bit more of a deep dive into those top level menus in the water theme. First we set up with water setup, and this is where you can access your water model template and your defaults and edit your controlling files for your water model. Then it's all about creating the network and the many different functions inside 12D model that enable you to create and design those networks. Then editing the network, obviously the network editor is the main player in that one there. And then we have other tools which are really discipline specific. We've got the stormwater, foul water, water supply and your water quality accesses from this main top menu. And carrying on, then you get into your specialty items like your 2D, your rivers, your pipelines. Now the reporting has been stripped down to water specific items like your network quantities and your graphs and your pitch schedules. And finally, the plot section has been rationalized, I guess, to make it a little easier for people to find. And you'll see right up the top there where you can set your current storm for your water model. Now a little bit more familiar to, I guess, what you might consider the concept of themes to be. All the discipline themes have color-coded toolbars, and the idea behind this is if you use toolbars, which many people do, If they have a specific color coding for the discipline that you're working on, it just makes it easier to navigate and easier to find those items as you're working within 12D model. Okay, getting into the detail, and I know a small proportion of you 12D tragics have been waiting for this part of the presentation, setting up the themes. First off, themes load discipline-specific menus and workspace files. So this means that the workspace is changed when a theme is loaded, including if you're loading a theme at startup. Referencing a workspace in the environment or the environment configuration is therefore overruled by the theme selection itself. But the good news is you can still easily load another workspace in session. The classic theme saves the last workspace layout, similar to what version 14 did. Adding a theme to your current customization is as simple as adding an environment override to your own company configurations with a single variable. And that variable is default theme 4D, and then you select which shipped 12D model theme file that you would like to load up based on that configuration. All of the different theme files are shipped with 12D, and so you have all sizes and all theme profiles that you can call up on that configuration or that variable. Now, images. Images are going to be managed in 5 folders that you can see on the screenshot there. Version 15 will load these images from multiple folders based on the theme size profile that you select, i.e. the small, medium, large, or extra large. Users, you guys, can move all your historical custom icon files into the 16 by 16 folder, and 12D will just load those up for your workspaces and your toolbars as it's always done. Detailed output window messages when you do load a theme will be run, so this will help you see where everything's coming from and which files are being loaded in from where. So base classic image size is 16 by 16. That's the historical size. If you load a larger theme profile, if there's no larger or matching theme icon for that size, it will just load from the base size and upscale it to suit. And the images are loaded in the standard search order, so first the project, the customer user, the user, and the setups. So you can have multiple size folders in all of these locations, and 12D will read from any or all of them, or whatever, whichever is applicable. Now, for using other workspace, you can still use any inbuilt or company workspace after the theme's loaded. So for example, if you want to see the water workspace, even though you have the design theme menus, that's absolutely no problems at all. You just use the quick access toolbar or your own method of reading a workspace, i.e. you might have a workspace coded into your own toolbar itself. But when you switch themes, it will reload the appropriate theme workspace, so you're going to get the correct layout delivered for that theme that you select. The quick access toolbar is the first toolbar in any theme, and you can single click on that quick access icon to load either from the normal search path, the project, the setups, or the user. Now if you click and hold on that last button on the quick access toolbar, you'll get access to either loading a custom theme, or you'll see all of the other workspaces for the different themes that are installed with 12D available on that toolbar. So summary, themes are about workflow and efficiency. They're easy to incorporate into your existing company setups, and you can use your existing custom images and toolbars no problem within the themes themselves. And loading custom workspaces after a theme load is pretty simple. And we all know that efficiencies, you make things faster, that's all about beating the project clock. I hope you enjoy exploring the version 15 themes, and any feedback is always welcome.